ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਸਿੱਖ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰੀਏ, ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈ, ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ, ਉਹ 80% ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ। ਭਾਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਘਰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲੀਏ, ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ 80% ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰੀਏ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਅਤੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਿਆ। ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਅਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਆਉਣੀਆਂ ਹਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜੀਏ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ ਵਧਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਵੱਲ ਆਉਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ 'ਤੇ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਮਨਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ। ਸੋ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਸ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਵੋ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Guru Pyare Sant Singh Ji, want to let you know, first off, I apologize, I have to hold my laptop. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਈਫ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਆ you should print it out, I say ਹਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, I'll print it out, and then of course I never do. So we want to start off actually with a complaint that actually happened last time and recently. And the complaint was actually with the art exhibit that we have outside. If you notice that we have different pictures, we have pictures of Bhai Mandeep Singh, we have pictures of my Pago, Baba Deep Singh, Baba Jujar Singh, Baba Jeet Singh. But we also have pictures of our Guru Sahibaan. And there was concern that the new generation coming up would look at these pictures and assume that this is what our Gurus actually looked like. And I personally don't think that that is an issue. I don't think that the children that grew up in the Western world do believe that these pictures are what Guru Sahib looks like. But in case I am wrong, we want to make sure that everyone first understands that we only have one Guru. That Guru is Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Within Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the Gurshabad. It is the eternal truth. There is no other truth. There is no one else that we matta take to. We respect Gursikhs, we respect Sants, but we do not respect them in the same way as we respect Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So I wanted to make sure that we all understood that. The other thing is this presentation is meant for children. So we asked some of our kids to get involved. And one of the things that we wanted to do to get them involved was, how do we get them involved into the actual workshop? So what we're doing today is we're asking the 5 bache who are not getting the signal to come up forward. Aajo. So one of the stories that we're going to talk about today is Bhai Mandeep Singh. So we want to present to the Sangat the Nagani that Bhai Mandeep Singh would have used, a replica, a type of Nagani. And then behind Bhai Singh, who's holding in the Nagani, are all the other types of shastras that our Singhs have used within battle. For some of the presentation, they're going to stand and they're just going to show the shastra. We actually had a demonstration that we wanted to show everybody. We wanted to create what it would have felt like in Anandpur Sahib. So we know during the final battle within Anandpur Sahib, the siege was 9 months long. We also know that the food was very scarce. We also know that there wasn't a lot of water. The only small stream that was available was cut off. We know that it became a very difficult situation for the Singhs and the Singniya. We know that the Sangat suffered greatly during that period. So the idea was that maybe we'd give everybody a little bit of prasad, just to give you an idea what the daily ration would be. But unfortunately, we didn't get that permission to do so. So on your way out, when you take prasad, and you're holding that much prasad, imagine that that is the ration that you would get for the day. Imagine that that's what you're going to have to live on for months and months. That is what our Gursikhs, that is what our Guru Sahib Dhan Guru Gobind Singh Ji went through during that period. And that wasn't the only battle. That was the 5th battle of Anandpur Sahib. Not the first, not the second, the 5th battle of Anandpur Sahib. So another question came up, why are these battles happening? The question was, why are these battles happening? Why, if Guru Gobind Singh Ji, as we know him to be the eternal Guru, we know him to be God, we know him to be our true Guru, the one who gave us Amrit, the one who gave us the Khalsa Panth. Why did he engage in war? Why did he tell us to wear our kirpan? Why did he give us a separate identity? This question comes up quite frequently. So we decided that we would talk about this question. We're not going to spend too much time, but we wanted to make sure that we address, why did Guru Gobind Singh Ji engage in war? We need to go back into that time. We need to understand what the mindset was during that period. During that period, there was a lot of jealousy amongst the Hill Rajas. Around Anandpur Sahib, the Hill Rajas would see all the glory that Guru Gobind Singh Ji had. All the Sangat that kept coming every day. They would come with not just a little bit of money, but a lot. They would come with shastra, they would come with horses. And many kings had come to them and given them kingly gifts. Bhimchand, the leader of all the Hill Rajas, was growing great with jealousy when he saw this. Because of the jealousy of the greatness of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji engaged in wars. He wanted to break the caste system. He wanted to make all men and women equal. Imagine if you were a Hill Raja, your power comes from keeping people subdued. Your power comes from keeping the low caste low. Guru Gobind Singh Ji was taking that power away from them. He was creating an equal environment. He was creating equality across India. This was something that was never seen before. It's later in the slides, but it's come to me now. During Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji, all the parents know this story. I don't know about the children, but I really want to tell the story now. Pandit Lal, during the time of Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji, was a Brahmin priest. He wasn't a low caste. He wasn't illiterate. He had great respect. He had a lot of knowledge. He had the different Gitas and everything. He knew them by heart. He knew how to recite them, and he knew their meanings and inner details. And when he saw Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji on the throne of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he said, "Who is this child? How could this child named Har Krishna, Sri Guru Har Krishna, what could he know?" Pandit Lal came and he challenged Sri Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji. Sri Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji, he challenged him actually specifically to the Bhagavad Gita. He said, let's talk. Let's talk about this Gita. Let's see how much you actually know. Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji turned to one of his Sikhs, an illiterate Sikh, a simple Sikh. He had originated from a low caste family. He turned to Chajju and he said, "Aaja tu, why don't you tell him all about the Gita?" Pandit Lal was, who is this? How could this be? What do you think that this person could tell me? What kind of conversation do you really think I can have with this kind of a person? He surprised everyone with the bakshis of Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji. That simple-minded, illiterate person was able to challenge the Pandit. From that day on, Pandit Lal was no longer Pandit Lal, but he was just Lal Chand now. He had stopped becoming a Brahmin. He had dropped his caste. He said, such a great guru. There was nothing that he'd ever seen in his life that could challenge what he had seen in front of Sri Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji. Why do I want to tell you this story? It's because this same Pandit Lal, he was at the Chamkot Gadi with Guru Gobind Singh Ji. He was no longer Pandit Lal, he was now Lal Singh. This is the greatness of Amrit. This is the greatness of our religion. The same religion that our children are moving away from today. They've lost. We are not able to communicate to our children. We're not able to tell them the greatness of our religion. Think about it. If a Pandit is able to, not just, again, he's not a simple Pandit. This is a great Pandit. If he can see the greatness in our Sikhi, how come we can't get our kids to see the same greatness? This is something that I want to actually bring up to you a little later. We'll come back to you when we enter the Battle of Chamkot Sahib. So Bhai Mandeep Singh. So this is one of our favorite family stories. This is a story that our smallest Singh, Bhai Singh, can you step forward? Can you hold up high the same type of nagani that Bhai Mandeep Singh held? This is such a simple type of weapon. But this one weapon, it was able to win the battle, the second battle of Anandpur Sahib. This was the battle when the drunken, trained, armored Hathi came charging at Lohgarh. Guru Gobind Singh Ji sent out Bhai Dunichand. I don't know if you know how tall Bhai Dunichand was, but he was not a big man. Inside, he was big. He came from a very big family. His father, if you can see here, he was the son of Bhai Mani Singh Ji. The same Bhai Mani Singh Ji who sat with Guru Gobind Singh Ji and wrote out the Guru Granth Sahib Ji by hand. The same Bhai Mani Singh Ji we remember every day in Ardas. Bhai Mandeep Singh was his son. Not only that, but out of all his siblings, 8 of them were given in Shahidi. This is a great family. That what Bhai Mandeep Singh had done for our Panth during that time, I don't think we'll ever truly understand. It is such a big thing that what Guru Gobind Singh Ji had done for us by giving us this Khalsa Panth, but what this family had done for a Khalsa Panth, I don't think we'll ever truly be able to comprehend. Uday Singh. So if you've seen the movie, how many of the kids, have you guys seen the movie Char Sahibzade? Yeah, I think almost everybody's seen it. It's a great movie. In Char Sahibzade, when the Singhs are crossing the river Sarsa, you notice that one Singh stayed back behind, Uday Singh. He was a younger brother of Bhai Mandeep Singh. Oh, I forgot the height of Bhai Mandeep Singh. Bhai Mandeep Singh was 5'2". If you don't know how tall 5'2" is, Bijay Singh, can you stand up? He'd be a little bit taller than that. This is the strength of our Sikhi. Our strength isn't in our bodies. Our strength isn't in our fingers. Our strength isn't in anything that we see in our body at all. The strength is inside. The strength is when you give your head to your Guru, that is your strength. This is something that we all need to understand. That whole process of coming up to Guru Sahib and saying, my head is yours, and in return, Guru Sahib gives you bakshis. This is Sikhi. This is what we need to discover. So I'm actually running out of time. I spent way too much time on the first few slides. But quickly, the Battle of Anandpur Sahib. Battle of Anandpur Sahib, this was the final Battle of Anandpur Sahib. This is where the 9 long months of a siege happened. During this siege, the two details I need to point out because it comes up later is the Hill Rajas, after 9 months long, they had become so embarrassed with the emperor. The emperor was saying, "What is taking you so long? How could it take you so long to defeat the Sikhs? It's been 9 months. You know how much money it's costing? And it wasn't a small forge. 10 lakh di forge si bar. That's 1 million. 1 million. Think of the food it would take to feed them. Think of the space it would take to house them. It was an expensive venture for the Emperor Aurangzeb to make this attack against Guru Gobind Singh Ji. 9 months he paid for this. Could you imagine being an emperor? How much money is being spent on to defeat such a small group? So you can definitely imagine the stress that was on the Hill Rajas. The Hill Rajas, they had no choice but to come up with, they couldn't defeat Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They were eating the bark off the trees. How could you defeat such people? They could not defeat them. So they came with their idol, and they said, "We will promise you are not idol." Wazir Khan sent his Quran, and he said, "On top of this Quran, I promise you, we will give you safe passage, but just so that we can save face, so we can say we won the battle, please just leave." They just wanted him to leave. Guru Gobind Singh Ji knew better. He knew what kind of people they were dealing with. Guru Gobind Singh Ji tested their faith. He said, "Show me then. Send me your, you guys know what mules are? Mules, you guys know what mule packs are, right? Send me mule packs." He said, "Send me your mule packs, send me your carts. We'll leave." They were so happy. In no time, they were able to send them the carts, send them mule packs, and they gave them it all to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Guru Gobind Singh Ji collected all the garbage within Anandapur Sahib. He loaded into the mule packs. He loaded into the carts. He covered it with beautiful tapestry. And late at night, with torches, the same garbage from Anandapur Sahib was let out. Thousands of the army men, thousands, when they saw what was happening, they said they couldn't believe it. They came charging. They came attacking. Guru Gobind Singh Ji showed his Sikhs, this is what would happen if we leave. And he turned to his Sikhs and he said, "I know it's been very difficult. 3 weeks, I ask you for 3 weeks. And then we'll leave. But book both see. We can't wait 3 weeks, Guru Sahib. We can't." He said, 1 week. "Guru Sahib, we can't even wait 1 day. We're so hungry. We've eaten everything. There's nothing left." Again, remember when you leave today and you take some prasad and you hold that prasad, imagine that is all the prasad you're going to have. That's all the food you will have, not just for that day. For months to come, that will be your food. That is the same food, that was the same amount of food that our Gursikhs fought every day with. Where did they get their strength from? From their height? From the food? Where did they get their strength from? A little bit from food, but mostly from the bakshis of Guru Sahib. We need to read Gurbani. We need to teach our children to read Gurbani. We all want our kids to be doctors and lawyers. I was telling Bijay Singh, I want you to be a heart surgeon. But more than that, we want our children to be like the same that Bhai Bajittar Singh was. The same that Lal Singh, the Pandit Lal Singh, the same thing he saw in Sikhi, the same thing he saw in Sri Guru Har Krishan Sahib Ji, we need to say the same thing. We need to see that, but the only way to see it is through Gurbani. We need to make that effort. All of us need to make that effort to read Gurbani. Spend time with our children to read that Gurbani. Give them that bakshis. That bakshis is there. It's not hidden. It's not impossible to find. It's not difficult to find. It's there. If you want your children to be like Bhai Bajittar Singh, if you want your children to be like Baba Ajit Singh, Baba Jujhar Singh, It's Gurbani. There is no other answer. Follow Gurbani, listen to it. And if someone says, no, you don't need Gurbani, just follow me, I promise you they will lead you to hell. Only Guru Sahib is your answer. This is something we need to understand. We know this is the Rasta. If someone says, well, what if I join another religion? That religion is another Rasta as well. But we know this works. We know this is eternal. We know that the message within Guru Granth Sahib will bring you bliss. It brings you happiness, oneness, mukti. But it's about khoj. It's about interest. It's about wanting to do it. So this is Guru Sahib crossing. Finally, Guru Sahib gave in. He gave in and he said, chalo, theek hai. Whoever wants to leave, he took a list of their names. Later, we know them to be the Chali Mukte. They're the same ones who came back under the leadership of my Pago. After they left, it was actually 100, more than 100? 100 that stood up and said, Guru Sahib, we have to leave. We can't wait a day. Guru Sahib asked for their names. Bhai Daya Singh, Bhai Dharam Singh, they talked to the Sangat. But 40 decided that they must leave. It wasn't long after when the rest of the Sikhs, when Guru Sahib could see that he would no longer be able to keep his Sikhs here. He was going to have to leave. He knew what was going to happen. He had already proven what was going to happen. But the Sikhs could no longer wait. So the Battle of Chamkaur, we know that Guru Gobind Singh Ji was chased from, Abinaash Kaur is actually going to show you a chart, the path that he took. And if you haven't seen this path, most of the kids grown up here have never seen this, have never seen how far of a charge this was, how difficult it was to traverse this. And remember, this is during the cold season. This is the Pandit Lal. The reason why I put up Pandit Lal was so I could show you guys that Pandit Lal, the same Pandit Lal, Lal Singh, was now giving Shahidi in Chamkaur Sahib, along with the brothers of Bhai Vijitr Singh, along with Bhai. Many people also forget we always remember Baba Jeet Singh, we always remember Baba Jajjar Singh, we always remember Baba Jorawar Singh and Baba Fateh Singh. But did you guys know, the kids, did you guys know Bhai Mokham Singh, Bhai Himmat Singh, and Bhai Sahib Singh gave Shahidi here? Actually, I had the fathers and the mothers all know about Suraj Prakash. I actually spent about 45 minutes here at the Gurdwara. Singh came in and said, what's going on? I said, I'm still trying to finish my presentation. There was a part of the Suraj Prakash that I translated into English. I really wanted to read it, but I'm not sure if we still have time. I'm getting no. But within there, I'll take 2 minutes. Within there, I want you guys to know what had happened. First, there were two Singhs. Bhai Motha Singh. I forgot the other Singh's name. 1 second. This is why you should print it out. Bhai Madan Singh. Bhai Madan Singh. These two Singhs were assigned to guard the front gate. They were assigned to guard the front gate of Chamkaur Sahib. Other Singhs were told to guard the different sides of the walls. Bhai Madan Singh, Bhai Kota Singh, these guys were so full of biras. Biras means it's something that Guru Sahib explains within Dasam Granth. He explains it's a state of mind. It's something that warriors experience. They were so full of biras. They were shooting arrows. They were shooting muskets into the army, into the enemy. As the enemy scaled the walls, they were the ones who were responsible for cutting their hands. They were the ones responsible for cutting their heads. As they scaled over, they kept cutting and chopping, and as they would do so, they would reach over and they would get shot. But that wouldn't stop them. They lost the full use of the right hand. So now they're using the left hand. And in Suraj Prakash, it is very gory. If you guys haven't read the Suraj Prakash, the same description, the blood, the arms, the legs, the bodies, the screaming, the piles of blood all over the place. They're saying the once mud fort became covered, just painted in blood, as the Mughal army tried to climb over the fort. Such was the onslaught. They came in waves and they crashed against the walls of Chamkaur Sahib. This was not something, could you imagine? Take just a minute and imagine standing on the rampart of Chamkaur Sahib and looking over and seeing 1 million people who have come to kill you. 1 million who have come to kill your Guru. 1 million to completely extinguish Sikhi. This is what the Chali Singh stood with bravery. And they could only do this because of the bakshish of Guru Sahib. There's no other way that a person could stand there and do this. Bhai Kotha Singh, Bhai Madan Singh, they were so injured, they turned to Guru Sahib and they asked for kirpa. Guru Sahib, let us engage in the enemy. Let us ride our horses. The two of us, we want to ride our horses, we want to charge. And not just that, Guru Sahib, but watch how far we can go. Watch how deep we can go within the army. They were looking to impress their Guru. They weren't looking to escape. They were looking to impress their Guru how far we can go into the army. Watch us. Watching these two Singhs, Guru Sahib said, this is what Amrit is about. These are my sons. 3 more Singhs, Dhyan Singh, Dan Singh, they also asked for bakshish. They also asked for agya. They said, Guru Sahib, let us now go. Guru Sahib gave them agya, and they now entered on their horses and they charged. And Guru Sahib gave them specific instructions to go as far as the other previous Madan Singh, Kotha Singh did, but go farther now. Churn it. Churn the enemy. The same way you see a whirlpool, same way you churn butter, churn the enemy. This is the instructions he gave them. And they charged. And the officer, the commander in charge, he could not believe they were breaking formation. The Mughals were breaking formation. They were falling behind. As they were being hit like a wave, an impact would go through the army. They would step back and forcing everyone else to step back. This was the force. This is the Shakti of Amrit. This is the same seeds that was planted in 1699. This is the roots of Sikhi that took place in Anandapur Sahib. This is the plant that took shape in Chamkaur. This is Sikhi today. That same plant still exists, and it is strong. It is very strong. But it's up to us to take that time to teach our children, to sit, to find company. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which Gurdwara you go to. It doesn't matter if you go to that Jatha or this Jatha. It matters that you say that this is my Guru. It matters that you say that this is the eternal Guru. That's what matters. It matters that you practice the Gurbani, read the Gurbani. This is what matters. This is a new painting that's going to be coming out, and it's a very beautiful painting. I asked for permission to see if we could post this here. 11 Singhs were left in Chamkaur Sahib. Bhai Mokam Singh, Bhai Himmat Singh, Bhai Sahib Singh had committed Shahidi here. After they committed Shahidi, Panj Singh turned to Guru Gobind Singh Ji and said, Guru Sahib, you, Guru Sahib, we can never have another Guru Sahib like you. Guru Sahib, you can make 1 million Daya Singhs. Guru Sahib, you must leave this fort. As Panj, they gave a hukum to their Guru. Guru Sahib wanted to stay and fight. But he was given hukum to leave. Bhai Daya Singh, Bhai Dharam Singh, Bhai Man Singh accompanied Guru Sahib. The plan was they would leave across over the walls. The plan was they would go and they would meet later on. This is a picture of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. This is when Guru Gobind Singh Ji leaves the fort and he claps his hand 3 times. And he calls to the enemy because he doesn't want to leave a coward. He calls the enemy. I'm here if you want to come get me. And as he says that, he shoots 2 arrows, knocks out the torches, complete confusion now within the ranks of the Mughals. They're getting up and they're looking, where did that sound come from? Who is leaving? What's happening? They're getting up and they're killing each other. They think the next person to them, because it's so dark, they think the next person to him. This must be one of the Sikhs that's escaping. And we all know about the story of Machiwara. Guru Sahib left barefoot and he walked, I just forgot it now, 27 kilometers? 27 kilometers. He walked barefoot. 27 kilometers he needed to rest now. And this is where the famous Shabad Mitr Pyar Nu was written. This is where Bhai Daya Singh, Bhai Dharam Singh, Bhai Man Singh came and they saw what had happened to their Guru. They came, they started doing malish. They started doing seva for their Guru. This is why today there's a Gurdwara to remember this. This is also very important. A lot of these stories we talk about, we don't realize how pivotal they are in our history, that what kind of impact it makes. This was not the end of the journey for Guru Sahib. There was still more to come. So we've talked about the test, we've talked about who a Sikh is, we've talked about the Shakti of Amrit, we talked about Bhai Bichitter Singh. Abinaash Kaur is going to be talking about 2 great figures within our history. This is for the Bibiyan. In this day and age, we all have to ask ourselves, and I don't know if I'm out of place to say this. I think Ravi's like, don't say it. But I don't know if I'm out of place. But why can't Bibiyan do seva at Harmandir Sahib? This is something we should all be asking. If Mata Pa Kaur can do what she did here, if Mata Sahib Kaur, if you talk to the people who are doing the movie outside, if Mata Sahib Kaur can do what she did, if Mata Gujri can be the mother of a martyr, I'm going to take her thunder away, but her Mata Gujri, think about the family that she had. Abinaash Kaur is going to talk about the family that she had, the type of mother that she was, who she was a mother, a wife to. Think about the role of a woman in today's world. We tell our daughters, you can do everything, but you can't do Kirtan at Harmandir Sahib. Think about, this is where we are today. We should ask ourselves, why are we allowing this? As men, we should ask ourselves, and as women, why aren't you standing up? This is your golden temple, your Harmandir Sahib. If you're not allowed to do seva there, then where's the equality? This is something we keep saying, isn't it? We keep saying we're all equal except for that. This is something that we need to think about. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So, the 2 Sikh leaders that I'm going to focus on are Mata Pa Kaur Ji and Mata Gujri Ji. And when I was thinking about doing a presentation about Guru Gobind Singh Ji, I wanted to know, okay, we have all the Singhs doing the seva, but who is out there representing the Singhniya, or the female? So when I started doing research, I learned a lot. And I realized that Mata Pa Kaur and Mata Gujri were more than what we just normally hear about. So I'll shed some light on this. So Mata Pa Kaur Ji, she was born in 1665 in the village of Jabal, which is near Amritsar today. And what's important to know that the Sikhi spirit that Mandeep Singh talked about, this was in her family for 3 generations. Her grandfather was Bhai Pero Shah, and his older brother was Bhai Langa Ji, who had been with Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and he had helped Guru Arjan Dev Ji with the construction of Harmandir Sahib. He was also one of the 5 Sikhs that went with Guru Sahib to Lahore when he was about to attain Shahidi. So Mataji's Sikhi spirit was very strong. छोटे होंदिया तो ही वो सिमरन करदे सी, बाणी पढ़दे सी, and she practiced gatka. संगत विच जाके बहुत सेवा करदे सी. During the Vaisakhi of 1699 is when she took Amrit with her family. And she was strong in her rani. She asked her father, can I stay here and get training in the army of Guru Gobind Singh Ji? But her father said no. He said it's just because girls just didn't do that in those days. But that didn't stop her from learning Gatka. She became an expert in many weapons, but she's known for her skill, especially with the spear. After taking Amrit, she married Bhai Mandeep Singh. He was actually in the Guru's army when the 9-month siege that happened, that Mandeep Singh talked about. He was also one of the 46 that signed the Badawa letter that said, Guruji, you are no longer our Guru, and we are no longer your Sikhs. So they left Anandpur. When the Singhs were returning home, they decided to stop off at Mata Pagkaur's house before they returned to their own villages. The story goes like this. So Mataji was in the fields. She sees the Singhs approaching, and she runs back home. She wants to know what's going on in Anandpur, what's going on with her Guru, any news. She enters the house and she sees their gloomy faces, their sadness on their faces. And she asks them, tell me, what news of the Guru? How is Guru Sahib doing? And they say nothing. She asks them again, tell me what's happening. And reluctantly, one of the Singhs tells her that they've left Guru Sahib, that they could no longer put up with their hunger. Mataji feels like she's been struck by lightning. Her face goes red. She says, cowards! You have disgraced the name of Sikhs of Majha. You have deserted your Guru to save your own lives. How could you do this? Your life is temporary. Guru Sahib would have given you honor in this world and beyond. You must have thought that your mothers, your wives, your daughters would have welcomed you back. But Sikh mothers, wives, and daughters can never have any love for cowards. Other women of the village heard this news and came in as well. The mothers started cursing their sons. The wives started cursing their husbands. They said, you are dead to us, no matter what. Go back and stand with your Guru. Mai Pago's words were so powerful. They were so passionate that they pierced the hearts of the Sikhs. This power, Sadh Sangat Ji, this courage, this passion only comes when you're in love with your Guru. Some of the Sikhs felt so ashamed that they wanted to repent. Mataji said to them, if you want to repent, go back and die for your Guru. So the Sikhs decided they would go back. She led the Jatha of 40 Singhs back to fight with Guru Sahib. They found out that Guru Sahib was on his way to Khidrana. So when they got to Khidrana, the Mughal forces were chasing Guru Sahib. They were 10,000 strong. The army was tired and hungry. There was a pool of water that they were coming towards. So the Sikhs started and made their base around this pool of water because they knew the army would be coming to the water because they were thirsty. There was only 40 of them plus Mata Sahib. So what they decided to do, they took their kachare and they spread it around the bushes. And in those days, the kachare was much bigger than what we were today. So it looked like to the enemy that there were many of them. They looked like tents. There's actually a Gurdwara there today called Tambu Sahib. Tambu means a tent. So as the army of Mughals approaches, the Sikhs mount an attack. One Singh is fighting hundreds. The Sikhs fight so bravely that they're killing so many Mughals. Guru Sahib, who is nearby on a hill, he hears the gunshots. And he starts shooting arrows upon arrows upon arrows onto the enemy. These Sikhs, these 46 plus Mata Sahib Kaur, caused so much damage that the Mughals retreat. Guru Sahib comes to the battlefield and he sees all the Sikhs are dead except for one, Bhai Mahan Singh Ji. He asks Bhai Mahan Singh, "What is your dying wish?" Bhai Sahib folds his hands and he says, "Please forgive us. Please tear up the letter that we signed." Guruji blesses him and the 40 other Sikhs with mukti, liberation. That's why they're remembered as Jali Mukti today. And we remember them daily in our ardas. What I want to point out is that we hear that Mata Kaur Ji was the one who led the 46 to regain their honor. But she did much more than that. This is the map that Mandeep Singh was referring to. This is the journey that Guru Gobind Singh Ji took after he left Anandpur. Here's Anandpur Sahib, here's Machiwada, where he walked on the thorny ground. His feet were cut so badly, they were bruised that he could no longer walk properly. That's why he had to dress up as Uch the Peer and be carried on a manji, because he could not walk. Then Dina, and here's Kidrana over here. This took months, and every step of the way, the Mughal army was chasing him. So imagine, close your eyes for a second and imagine the treacherous journey that the Guru Sahib went through. What Mai Pago did was, yes, she led the 46 into battle, but she also turned the tide in favor of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. This was the moment when the Mughals stopped pursuing Guruji once and for all. Mai Pago's heroism helped Guruji in his time of need. She helped the 40 regain their honor and protected the future of the entire Sikh Panth. So a choti gal nahi hai. So we should be proud. All the women here, we should be proud to say we are Sikh. And we can all do this as well. I'm going to speed through Mata Gujri Ji, the other Sikh leader. So Mata Gujri Ji, she is referred to as a Puran Istri. Istri is a Sanskrit word with Stri meaning expansion. So we as women expand by giving birth physically. Spiritually, we guide our children, give them the values and ideals to stand by. We can also have the power to make or break our families. Mata Gujri Ji, why was she a Puran Istri? She completed the life mission of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. She raised Guru Gobind Singh Ji, an extraordinary man, our true Guru. She managed the affairs of the Sikh Panth when Guruji was first given the Guruship. He was only 9 years old. She inspired her grandsons to be courageous and brave, to handle the sacrifice that they would have to make. So as a mother, Guru Sahib would come to her for advice. And then as a grandmother, she told her Chote Sahibzade the stories of their grandfather, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and their great-grandfather, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. She prepared them. They took inspiration and strength from Mataji. Let's remind ourselves of their bravery by watching this clip from the movie Char Sahibzade.
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰੀ ਪੰਡਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਧਰਮ ਪਰਿਵਰਤਨ ਲਈ ਮਜਬੂਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ
ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਜ਼ਾਲਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਬਦਲੋ ਜੇਕਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਧਰਮ ਬਦਲ ਲਵੋਗੇ
ਹਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ
ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੀਸ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੋਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਧਰਮ ਕਬੂਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਸੋਚ ਲਓ ਕਿਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ
ਉਸੇ ਦੀ ਵਿਧਵਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਦਾਦੀ ਹਾਲੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਓ ਉਸ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਰੋ ਕੱਲ ਤੱਕ ਦੀ ਮੌਲਤ ਹੈ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
So how were they able to stand there in front of the emperor or Wazir Khan with so much courage, so much bravery, 5 and 7 years old? It was because of her inspiration, of her strength. She made their soch, she made their thoughts strong, that no matter what happens, that you will not give up your Sikhi. I will end off in saying that, people say that she died from the sadness of them passing or their shaheedi, but this is wrong. When the Sahibzade were getting shaheed, she was actually doing Simran, and she left her body. So this is how Mataji passed away. So what can we learn? I wanted to also point out, one more thing, that she was a leader in terms of she managed the armies of Guru Sahib at that time when he was young. She actually provided inspiration to them as well. I just want to go back and show the kids this. I found this Pokemon card of Mata Gujri Ji online. It was made by a student in grade 7. And I was so happy to see this because he recognized Mataji's qualities of honesty and that she was a controller, that she was a leader. And that's what we need to recognize as well. So what take-home message can we take home today? Let's look at our history and empower ourselves. Let's be the inspiration for our kids. Start with something small. Do 5 minutes of Simran. Do Mool Mantar if you don't know any other Gurbani. Start somewhere. We have to start with ourselves and be the role models for our kids. It starts with us.